Federal government warns of impending flooding on River Niger, Benue. Kindly share this video, subscribe, like and comment below. The Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Joseph Utsev, has warned of potential river flooding on the Niger and Benue rivers, stating that a large volume of water is flowing through these rivers towards the Niger Delta region. The minister, speaking in Abuja on Friday at a press briefing regarding the flooding situation in Maiduguri, Borno State, called for vigilance in all aspects and proactive measures to address any future flooding events in the southern part of the country. He noted that the recent flood disaster that affected the Maiduguri and Niger areas of Borno State was largely due to the overflow of water from the Alau Dam, located about 10 kilometers from Maiduguri city center, resulting from a massive inflow from the Niger River, a major tributary of the River Utsev. He referred to the 2024 annual flood outlook publication by the Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency, which highlighted the high, moderate, and low flood risk areas in the country. Borno, Bauchi, Jigawa, Taraba, Yobe, Benue, Gom, and many other states were listed among the 31 states considered high flood risk areas. This flood disaster that affected the Maiduguri and Niger areas of Borno State was largely due to the overflow of water from the Alau Dam, located about 10 kilometers from Maiduguri city center, caused by the massive inflow from the Niger River, a major tributary of the River Utsev. The Minister of State, Bello Goronyo, and I have visited Maiduguri with the head of agencies and parastatals in my ministry to express solidarity with the Governor, Borno State, and to assess the extent of devastation caused by the flood. He added, as we mourn the losses in Borno, Yobe, Jigawa, Bauchi, and other states affected by flooding, the attention of Nigerians is hereby drawn to the potential river flooding of the rivers Niger and Benue, as well as some of their tributaries. The daily flow on these rivers indicates a significant increase in water levels, nearing red alert. This warning signifies that a large volume of water is moving through our rivers towards the Delta region. He emphasized the need for continued vigilance and improved preparedness to address potential flooding in the southern part of the country. He added, we will also recall that the Presidential Committee on the Development of a Strategic Plan for Preventing Flood Disasters in Nigeria, which was established with the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation as the chair of its steering committee, has submitted its report. This report recommended 10 strategic areas to address the menace of annual flooding in Nigeria, alongside relevant interventions that consider required activities before, during, and after flooding periods. These include responsible agencies, expected outcomes, timelines, and indicative costs. Mr. President, as part of the recommendations, has graciously approved the sum of 108 billion Nigerian nairas for all 36 states to tackle perennial flooding in the country. As we strive to recover from this tragedy, I urge all governments at the subnational level and stakeholders to heed the flood early warning information from the ministry and take proactive measures to prevent future flooding, as well as to activate response measures to alleviate the suffering of citizens affected by floods. Share this video, like and subscribe for more of our videos coming up.
Areas experienced excess water flow into their homes. By Monday this week, most areas along the waterways and flood-prone areas were already flooded. By Tuesday morning, houses, markets, shops, and public infrastructure were already submerged. Hundreds of thousands of residents escaped the flood with little or no belongings. While some slept on the streets, others relocated to relatives living in safer locations. The state government directed all affected victims to take shelter in camps and schools while the floods receded. Some of the survivors who made it to the camps recount their experience.
We were home when they called to inform us that flood has submerged Budum. I have relatives there. While on my way there, I was called back that my area has been flooded too.
Search and rescue operations commenced on Wednesday as the flood continued to recede. By Thursday, September the 12th, the waters had receded in most locations, while some parts of the cities were still combating the floods. As regards economic activities, some shop owners recount their experience after the floods.
It was around 2 a.m. that we got the information, according to the sources of the people that told us that a flood has started coming to take over our area.
At least more than 500 shops are affected. And you know that some shops are there with 2 people, 3 people inside the same shop. So if you calculate more than 500 shops by human beings, you will find out that people will be more than 1,000 people.
I make more profit. This is because those that were trapped by the flood, when they are rescued, we pay us higher fares to take them to safer places.
To provide for their families, survivors continue with their trade in the camps. Owing to the blockage of the major connecting roads across the state capital, the Biu-Damboa Road has experienced increased vehicular movement, causing traffic jams as some of the camps, perishable markets, and other businesses have shifted to that axis of the city.
Thanks for tuning in to Smart Okason TV show. Keep exploring, stay curious, and never stop getting the latest information happening around. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share to keep the intellect flowing. Until next time, keep sharpening and be smart.